Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. This is Beth Knaus from That's a Spade Copywriting Services, bringing you your Monday Minute, something for you to think about as you go through your week. And last week we did something based on the fine line between being a friend and being an expert with your clients. And so today I wanted to talk about that fine line in your content of being professional, but also honoring your personality. And I talk about things around this quite a bit. And we have to recognize that we need a balance of both, right? To really target and find the right people that we want to work with. And it also depends on the type of industry that you work in. Like many times people really do want to see your resume and know where did you go to school and, what's your past job experience. And sometimes people need to connect on more of a personal level and they want to see you as a person. So here's kind of an interesting comparison, right? Like if you have ever talked to a therapist or even a doctor, I think that when we talk to people like that, we want something relatable, right? We want to know something about them as a person before we're able to connect on a personal level too, and to feel okay being vulnerable. And so I think it's the same in most professions, that people want to know you as a human being, and they want to know you and how you have built your perspective and how have you come to feel the way you feel about how you handle things in your personal and professional life. Because unexpected things can happen anywhere. So it can happen when you're in school, it can happen when you're at a job, but in our everyday lives, the day-to-day, it's really a lot about, your unexpected exposure to things that happen, how you react and how you learn to deal with them, specifically having to deal with what you do as an expert and how you serve people through your expertise. So again, it's like that fine line of how much of that professional information do I get, which in some senses, right, is very like blah, 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 blah. It's factual, it's a validation, but it's not necessarily where the interesting piece is. The interesting piece is what you've done with that education or job experience on the personal realm, right? When you mix it in with your values and your perspective and how you go after things, right? How do you break things down? How do you develop a strategy, not only for yourself, but how you work with your clients? And, we really want to honor who we are, especially if you work by yourself. I'm always talking about like, how do you step out from the mainstream? How do you separate yourself? I want to say that most people that are in the entrepreneurial space have some sort of an education, right? So that's kind of general. Most people maybe have gone for business, right? Or psychology or finance. Again, that breaks it down a little bit. That's still pretty general. But maybe it's, a study abroad that made you different, or people that you met in those situations, or a family crisis that came up while you were going after that academic, educational and professional stuff, like other things that you've juggled in your life, and the combination of all of those things together and how they have put you where you are today and given you the knowledge and the wisdom that you can reach out and you can help other people in whatever way that you work with them. I mean, as a writer, I'm always looking at my life experiences and what have I gone through and how does that help me communicate in the way that I think is the best way to communicate for me. So I think people want to know that. And I think they also want to know that you're in touch with that personal part of yourself and that you have the confidence to stand up and be that individual and not just what's on paper about what you've done and what you've gone through to get here. So, keep that in mind as you're talking to your clients, as you're writing things like bios, and make sure that you're interjecting both of those sorts of information into your stuff. So happy to chat about it anytime. If you'd like to talk further, please schedule a call with me, and I hope you have a fabulous week. I will see you next Monday.